Good morning, it's Patsy. I was reminded yesterday by Giselle from Madwich that I had said to her that I would show how I do interview a deck spread, and I'd completely forgotten about this, so I've come on this morning to do it while I think about it, while it's in my head, because the chances are it'll be there and they'll gone again. So I've already shuffled and laid the cards, so you just shuffle and lay the cards, you know, you shuffle how you shuffle and what have you. The one that I use is, I believe, Katie Flowers, one that was on her website, katieflowers.com, and I'm using the Tower of the She because that's one that I'm using this coming few months. I'm going to do one later using the Tower of the Old Path because that's a new one I've got. But because I haven't done one with this deck yet, and this is one of the decks that I'm using, I thought I'd come on and do this one. So I won't go in depth with all the cards. I mean, you'll go in depth as much as you want, but for quickness in this video, so it's not too long, I'll just kind of skim through them to give you an idea, and then I'll sit and journal it myself afterwards. So the first card is, what can you teach me? And I got Maker 9, Root and Blossom. There we go. So what can you teach me? It can teach, this deck is going to teach me to delve deep, which I want this year, to get right down to the roots and allow our connection to blossom and to grow. So that's a lovely card to get as what this deck can teach me. So that's the first one, what this deck can teach me. The second one is describe yourself. So this is describing the deck, and I got Justice. So this deck is very balanced. It's very it weighs everything up. It's not it'll always give the truth. The truth will always out with this card, with this deck. So another one for a deck, you know, by describing itself, that it is very fair, very it's Justice is very fair, and it's very balanced. It's a great deck to have. So again, that is the question, describe yourself as a deck. The third card is describe me as a person. Oh. Okay, so I got Dancer 4, which says vain reflection. Well, I don't think I'm vain, but the dreamer is, you can see by the image, she's ignoring everything behind her, and she's just, you know, thinking of herself and what have you. In some ways that's possibly true. I do not ignore other people, but I'm quite happy on my own, and I'm quite happy as a person to spend time by myself, and I am having to dig deep at the minute because as I've said previously on this channel, that, you know, I do have anxiety and depression issues, and the way that I'm dealing with it at the minute is getting to the bottom of what's going on and what's making me feel like this. So in that respect, this is quite a good card. You know, I've just got to learn not to push away the people that want to help me, I suppose. So this card is how describe me, what's going on with me. So that is quite good, really. So the next one is, how can we work together? The Chariot. There we go. The Chariot. We can bring both of our energies together and move forward. Do you know what I mean? We can set our sights on what we want, bring us both of our energies, and to move forward in the direction that we want. And it looks like that will be a positive connection. So that's how we can work together. The next one is your strengths as a deck, and we got the Magician. So that's a good strength to have, isn't it, as a deck? It has everything that you need, all the elements, everything is there to make a success of, you know, this deck is a successful for me to read. So that is what its strengths are. It has everything that I need in the deck, which is great. The next one is your weakness. and we have Dreamer 5, Hope Discarded. So its weakness is, with this card, the Dreamer 5, I suppose that, you know, the way to look at this one is, as a weakness, it will tell you exactly what you need to know. It doesn't pussyfoot around you. It doesn't really sweet coat anything. It'll just go for it. Do you know what I mean? If there's something that it needs to tell you, whether that is not something that you want to hear, it's going to tell you anyway, which is again a great thing to have in the deck when you need the straight up truth of the situation. So that's its weaknesses. It doesn't pussyfoot around. It just goes in for the kill if it has to. And our potential together is the last question. Oh. And we got Dreamer Princess. So that's the gift of telling. So the Dreamer Princess is the Page of Air. So that is good communication between us, a good start to a creative understanding between us, and a good match by the look of it. And it's going to be something that is going to grow over time, which is basically what the first card said, the root and blossom, which was what can you teach me, and the last card, our potential together. We're going to get to the right deep together and allow it to grow from the roots upwards into something really good, and something that I'm looking forward to working with now I've actually done this spread. So that's a quick over thingy. I mean, when I journal, obviously I'll go deeper, but I didn't want to make this video too long. It's just that I did say to Giselle that I would put up the spread that I use to do interviews, interviewing my decks. So there you go. I hope that helps some of you to, if you didn't know what sort of spread to use to interview your deck, and I hope that helps you, Giselle. I will pin it to my comments, the 7 questions you ask, so that they're there for you to write down. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.